Please rise for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call this meeting of Independent School District 544 to order. Clerk, will you establish a quorum for us, please?
Yes. Matt Lemke.
Here.
Jeff Horman.
Here.
Wade Anderson.
Here.
Daryl Tunset.
Here.
Melanie Cole. Here. Tarma Carlson here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. We need to approve the agenda. It was modified for what was sent out to you. We have one more acknowledgement, and we also have one more personnel hire. With those changes, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda passes. Moving on to acknowledgements, we want to say thank you to Sue Balkin for her donation of $1,390 for the establishment of the Lynn Balkin Fine Arts Fund for the purpose of paying the fine arts activities fees for the economically disadvantaged students in our district. And then congratulations to Tarma Carlson for receiving the Region 4 Leadership Award at the Minnesota Service Cooperative Conference. Tarma has served on the Lakes Country Service Co-op Board of Directors for the past 6 years, so congratulations, Tarma. And that is our acknowledgements. Moving on to reports, we have Tarma Carlson talking about Lakes Country Service Co-op Board and Wellness.
And Wellness hasn't met, and Lakes Country hasn't met. We just had the conference this past week, and it was a good conference, good speakers, and had a little wellness activity where they did a walk run with a former Olympic athlete, runner from 2004, so that was kind of fun. And then she spoke too, so it's a good time. That's all I have.
Any questions for Tarma? Thank you, Tarma. Melanie Cole, Special Ed Co-op, Region 1 in negotiations.
Region 1, we did a compensation packet for the staff last meeting, and so went through that. No protracted negotiations, we just made recommendations, but we did it. So that was pretty good, and we had re-election of officers and setting the agenda. I was re-elected chair of that board. And so, nothing more noteworthy. Summer's a busy time for installation of the student systems and other products that Region 1 implements with school districts. And for Special Ed Cooperative, we did some personnel work last meeting and also approved the lease for the space, which is on our agenda as well today, but nothing remarkable there. And then when it comes to negotiations, I'm going to have to turn to Mark Kingston for us.
Sure. I met with Special Ed Paras last week, and I'll again here, I think it's a week from Friday or this Friday, I can't remember which. But so we have their offer on the table, and then the last group to meet is the custodian secretary group, and that's the following week. So that's where we're at. None of the other groups have met since summer began.
Thank you. And that's all I have for my reports.
Any questions for Melanie? Thank you, Melanie. Blaine Danielson, Policy and Curriculum Review.
Nothing on the curriculum review. We've not met, will not meet till October, I believe, and then nothing on the policy. We do have one policy that we'll take action on here later in the meeting, but nothing from the policy review.
Okay. Thank you, Blaine. Jeff Foreman, Staff Development and Buildings and Grounds.
Staff development hasn't met, and building and grounds, I think, is the electrical project we're working on. I think the biggest issue is the long-term facility maintenance plan that you've all seen as part of the documents for today, and it'll be discussed more, and I think it's item number 8 on our agenda for today too, approving that. So we might want to get to that point, have Mark say a few more things about that, but that's all I have.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions for Jeff? My report, Minnesota High School League, they did not meet. They do not meet until August here for their next board meeting. Finance, they have nothing to report. And then the 544 Education Foundation, just to give an update on members, we're up to 342 new members to the foundation. They also had their Legends golf tournament this past Friday, which was a beautiful day. and I think it went really well. The next, you can put this on your calendar, those that would think about golfing for next year, they've already set the date for July 21st, 2017. So they've already set that up. The other thing they've been just working on is coming out here, people will see in the local paper the classroom wish list that they coordinate with our teachers and stuff like that, and work with the community, just to help out with things that our teachers need in the classroom. And the other things that they've been working on are just more strategic planning and stuff like that is what they've been working on and going that way. So that's what I have to report. Any questions? Okay, Darrell Tungsteth, meet and confer and legislative liaison.
Okay, meet and confer won't meet until school starts again in the fall. Legislature, there's movement towards having a special session. I don't think they've set a date yet, but sounds like they're getting closer on it. And when they do, the main topics will be tax reduction and the bonding bill. That's about all I've got.
Any questions for Darrell? Thank you, Darrell. Superintendent Ness.
Yes, I would also like to thank the 544 Education Foundation for the Legends. That's one of their major fundraisers of the year, and it was a beautiful day. This is planning from here on out. School is rapidly approaching. Not everyone wants to hear that on July 18th, but it really is. We have PE and Health training on August 9th, Google Summit on August 10th and 11th for technology, PLC meetings on August 15th, Principal Retreat on August 17th, and teachers are showing up at the door on August 29th with our big teacher training is on August 30th, and that's a little bit different. We have 2 days of training this year, 2 full days, because it's a new evaluation cycle, so we'll turn over to 4 different components from our Charlotte Danielson work. And then on Thursday, September 1st, is our district meeting, and we'll have everybody in doing a lot with safety. We have Kyle Berger and Terry Aldine coming in about run, hide, fight. We have just some suicide prevention training, just a lot of training for all staff who have to be there on that morning of September 1st. So it's planning time, and it's a fun time, to be honest. Getting ready for a new year is exciting.
Any questions for Superintendent Ness? Thank you. Moving on to our general consent items. We have the minutes for the June 27, 2016 school board meeting, bills and treasurer's report. Blaine Danielson.
Gerald and I met with Mark here a few minutes ago this morning, and nothing looks out of whack on the treasurer's report, so a little over $2 million on bills paid. So I recommend we pay bills.
Thank you, Blaine. Personnel, Superintendent Ness.
Yes, we have support staff resignations. Tony Cantrell is ISS and bus supervisor. Joanna Dahlman, special ed para, which we are going to be hiring her shortly here. Danielle Zenz is hire for support staff, paraeducator. Brittany, how do we pronounce that one?
Worshlinger.
Borschinger. All right, she's a para. And then hiring Joanna Dahlman as a special education teacher. I'll let you.
Yep. And then the other one is our contracted services. We have a 3-year contract with School Administrative Specialty Services to provide our Superintendent Jerry Ness with the Superintendent Services for the Fergus Falls Public Schools effective from July 1st, 2017 to June 30th of 2020. And so we entered into a contract for those services, which we were excited for. So, and if people are wondering, back when we signed back in 2014, one of the things, the reasons we did this was because it helped us with our budget. And so it really did. It was $20,000 a year, and of course that has gone up over the years. So we're excited to have Superintendent Ness, and we're excited for the financial benefit of the district also. So
Thank you.
And we have a grade level change for testing paraeducator. Job description is 304, change from grade 4 to grade 5 due to the increased testing responsibilities. With that, do we have a motion to approve the general consent items?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? General consent items pass. Under old business, we have the 2016-2017 milk bids awards to Dean Foods Land O'Lakes. Mark Maston, would you like to just talk real quick on it?
Yeah, we sent out quotes for 3 of the vendors that have been supplying us in the past few years, and Dean's Food was the low bidder, so I'd recommend we go with Dean's Food. They were our supplier last year.
Do we have a motion to approve the milk award award to Dean Foods Land O'Lakes?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Melanie. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have policy 721, uniform grant guidance policy regarding federal revenue sources. Our first reading was held during the June 27th meeting. This is a mandatory policy to have in place. So do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Under new business, we have the 2015-2016 Certification of School Bus Driver Competencies as of June 30th, 2016. This just lists the hours of training and additional new drivers since November. Do we have a motion to approve that list?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Melanie? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have the 2016-2017 MSBA Association dues and policy service renewal. Dues are based on the average daily membership of 2,652.01. The association dues are $6,998. The policy services are $650 for a total of $6,748. The total cost last year was $7,470, so it is a little bit of an increase. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I think it's a very valuable service that we participate with.
Every district in the state except one joins MSBA, and then I think the policy is one of the key services that we receive, that they vet, and to make sure that we're right up to date with all the new legislation to be able to have that. So very valuable information for us.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, we have the 2016-2017 Fergus Falls Area Special Ed Co-op 935 Facility Lease Agreement. This is a yearly lease for the cooperative space. Mark Messer, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, it's just basically was a 2% increase.
Do we have a motion to approve that lease?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have the 2016-2017 IQ Academy school calendar and the 2016-2017 IQ Academy student parent handbook. Do we have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have a wage change to $11.25 an hour for our non-affiliate staff effective July 1st, 2016. The previous rate was at $10.75 an hour. Most of the staff under this category are noon hour supervisors. Do we have a motion to approve that change?
So moved.
We're going to take Jeff.
Second.
Second term, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have a wage change for the certified teacher substitutes to $100 a day or $50 a half day, plus a free school lunch effective July 1st, 2016. The previous wage was $90 a day or $45 for a half a day with no lunch. With that, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
What are the area schools around?
We'll still be on the low end. A lot of them are at the 110 to 125 rate. Some schools that are way farther away from a regional center will even pay some mileage. So the reason for this wage increase is because we're losing subs to our neighbors because of wage, and so the lunch is a little perk, and we'll talk about with them about parking and stuff just to encourage substitutes to come to our district.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have a wage change for the support staff substitutes to $11 an hour effective July 1st, 2016. Support staff substitute has been set at $10 an hour since 2009. So do we have a motion to approve that?
So,
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, we have the FY18 long-term facility maintenance 10-year plan. And Mark Manson, do you want to talk on this first before we?
Sure, this is a funding source that was created by the state legislature here a year ago. It does replace a couple of funding items that we had in the past, but this is still the health and safety funding and the deferred maintenance funding. But overall, it is an increase in funding for the school district. It has to be used only on existing facilities. We cannot use it to create enhancements to the buildings of any kind. It's just to maintain the facilities that you have. They do require a 10-year plan to be submitted to the state and for review. And I think I prepared that plan for you. I know I prepared it for you. I think you have it, is what I'm trying to say. The only change on it from a year ago when we had to put in an initial plan was the swapping of an electrical, the third phase of our electrical plan back and moving a heat pump project over at Adams forward a year. But otherwise, it's pretty close to the same.
Do we have a motion to approve the long-term facilities maintenance plan?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Can we make changes within that, Mark? You know, once, say we set the 10-year plan this year, 2 years down the road, can we make changes or adjustments to that plan?
You could make changes at this time, even within the plan year, essentially, especially if something major pops up, that something breaks and you need help. They just want school boards to be more aware of their facilities. That's why the plan, and therefore you're looking ahead rather than just constantly, putting out fires.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to item number 9, we have a resolution relating to the election of school board members and calling the school district general election. Be it resolved by the School Board of Independent School District number 544, State of Minnesota, as follows. It is necessary for the school district to hold its general election for the purpose of electing 3 school board members for terms of 4 years each. The clerk shall include on the ballot the names of individuals who filed or have filed affidavits of candidacy during the period established for filing such affidavits, as though they had been included by name in the resolution. The clerk shall not include on the ballot the names of individuals who filed timely affidavits of withdrawal in a manner specified by law. The general election is hereby called and elected to be held in conjunction with the state general election on Tuesday, the 8th day of November 2016. Pursuant to Minnesota Statute Section 205A.11, the precincts and polling places for this general election are those polling places and precincts of or parts of precincts located within the boundaries of the school district and which have been established by the cities or towns located in whole or in part within the school district. The voting hours at the polling places shall be the same as the state general election. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause written notice of said general election to be provided to the county auditor of each county in which the school district is located, in whole or in part, at least 74 days before the date of said election. The notice shall include the date of the said general election and the office or offices to be voted on at said general election. Any notice given prior to that date of the adoption of this resolution is ratified and confirmed in all respects. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause notice of said general election to be posted at the administrative offices of the school district at least 10 days before the date of said general election. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause a sample ballot to be posted at the administrative offices of the school district at least 4 days before the date of the general election, and to cause 2 sample ballots to be posted in each polling place on election day. The sample ballot shall not be printed on the same color paper as the official ballot. The sample ballot for a polling place must reflect the office's candidates and rotation sequence on the ballots used in that polling place. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause notice of said general election to be published in the official newspaper of the school district for 2 consecutive weeks, with the last publication being at least 1 week before the date of said election. The notice of the election shall posted and published shall state the office to be filled set forth in the form of a ballot below, and shall include information concerning each established precinct and polling place. The clerk is authorized and directed to cause the rules and instructions for use of the optical scanning voting system to be posted in each polling place on election day. The rest of the resolution talks about how the general election ballots will be conducted. With that, will somebody offer that resolution and move for its adoption?
I'll offer the resolution with its adoption.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Tamara Carlson, yes. Melanie Cole?
Yes.
Jeff Corman?
Yes.
Blaine Danielson?
Yes.
Gerald Tunsa?
Yes.
Matt Lemke?
Yes.
The resolution passes.
Thank you. Item number 2 is the resolution establishing the dates for filing affidavits of candidacy. Be it resolved by the School Board of Independent School District 544, State of Minnesota as follows. The period for filing affidavits of candidacy for the office of school board member of Independent School District number 544 shall begin on August 2nd, 2016, and shall close on August 16th, 2016. An affidavit of candidacy must be filed in the office of the school district clerk, and the $2 filing fee paid prior to 5 p.m. on August 16, 2016. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause notice of said filing date to be published in the official newspaper of the district at least 2 weeks prior to the first day to file affidavits of candidacy. The clerk is hereby authorized and directed to cause notice of said filing dates to be posted at the administrative office of the school district at least 10 days prior to the first day to file affidavits of candidacy. The notice of said filing date shall be substantially the following form. Notice of filing dates for election to the school board. Independent School District number 544, Fergus Falls Public Schools, State of Minnesota. Notice is hereby given that the period for filing affidavits of candidacy for the office of school board member of Independent School District 544 shall begin on August 2nd, 2016, and shall close at 5 p.m. on August 16th, 2016. The general election shall be held on Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. At that election, 3 members will be elected to the school board for terms of 4 years each. Affidavits of candidacy are available from the school district clerk, Kennedy Secondary School, 601 Randolph Avenue, Fergus Falls, Minnesota, 56537. The filing fee for the office is $2. A candidate for this office must be eligible voter, must be 20 years of age or more on assuming office, must have been a resident of the school district from which the candidate seeks election for 30 days before the general election, and must have no other affidavit on file for any other office at the same primary or next ensuing general election. The affidavit of candidacy must be filed in the office of the school district clerk, and the filing fee paid prior to 5 p.m. on August 16, 2016. Dated July 14, 2016, by order of the school board, Tamara Carlson, school district clerk. Would somebody offer that resolution and move for its adoption?
With the correction, Matt, you said 20 years of age. It's
21. Oh, did I say
21 years of age.
Thank
I'll
you.
offer the resolution, move for its adoption.
Thank you. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Melanie Cole,
Yes.
Jeff Mormon,
Yes.
Matt Lemke.
Yes.
Taryn Carlson, yes. Blaine Danielson,
Yes.
Daryl Tunstead.
Yes.
The resolution passes.
Thank you. Item number 11, we have a resolution relating to and selling 1.5 million taxable general obligation aid anticipation certificate of indebtedness of 2016. Mark Masson, do you want to talk on this first?
Sure, this is our annual borrowing of funds for cash flow purposes.